Good morning. Hope you can hear me clearly. So we have around 20 people, 19 people now. So I think we can start now. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tarindu from 1920 batch, are you there? Mr. Tarindu?
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
And Kavindya from 1920. I think she will be joining. Okay. So hope we have 24 people now, right? The time is okay now. So can we start or wait for a while? Or sure, decisions. Shall we start? Oh, okay, let's start. Okay, good morning to you all. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself. So I am Ramesh Liyanagi from University of Sri Jawadanapura. Currently, I am working as a lecturer in Biosystems Technology Department, Faculty of Technology, Sri Jawadanapura. And I graduated from the same university, BSc Special Degree for Food Science and Technology. Then I did my PhD in the same field. And in 2018, I joined with the university as a lecturer. And I have worked on with several private sector institutes and also some national and international projects supervising. And especially, I would like to work with industries, and still I am working with some industries in Sri Lanka and also some international industries also. So I think this is a very good opportunity for me. So I am doing visiting lectures for other universities, Columbia University and some other universities also. So this is a very good chance for me because I believe that it's a great opportunity to work with industrial people. Right here, as Dr. Randhya told me, so here we have several industry people and school leavers also. So it's very good opportunity, and it's very good opportunity for you all too. So I will conduct my lecture in both Single and English. So if you have any question at any time, so please use the raise hand option, then ask your questions. So and this is actually not a lecture, this is a discussion. So and I'm not going to read all the slides. So you better to read those things when you are reading these slides in your home. So I will discuss some technical details and some practical parts with you in this lecture. So hopefully I know I think that others will join, and as I heard that there are around 60 people. So and I suppose that you have online lectures. So we are also not interesting to do all these online lectures, but due to the situation of the country, so we have to adopt to this online system. Okay, so uh, hopefully we can meet one day in your university. So until that, we can go ahead with these online platforms, right? So this lecture series is about extrusion technology. So you heard the word. I think this is you're familiar with these terms, extrusion technology. And I will switch off my camera now. So right. So extrusion technology means some little bit modern one actually. And we were being used these technologies. අපි මේ technologies extrusion කියන එක ඉස්සරින්ම use කරලා තියෙනවා, but nowadays we use extrusion technology in Sri Lanka as a modern technology. අපි දැනට මේක believe විශ්වාස කරනවා modern technology එකක් කියලා. So according to your syllabus, so these are the learning outcomes. After completion of this module, you should be able to describe principles of extrusion technology and their application. So it means you should know the principles. Extrusion technology and how to apply these things. Apply and identify suitable raw materials for extrusion of foods. That's very important. How to select raw materials. We will be discussing these things in detail later. So, අමුද්‍රව්‍ය තෝරා ගැනීම කියන එක ඉතාම වැදගත්. Right? So you should be able to select and describe these things. Determine nutritional changes during extrusion cooking. Right? Nutritional changes. Right? You know, nutrition is very important when it comes to food industry. So nutrition should be there. Nutrition right? But extruded food products means their nutrition value is comparatively low. Extruded food products nutrition but we should have a thorough knowledge on their changes. The protein the carbohydrates, likewise we should have a good knowledge on these things. Explain rheological properties of material during the extrusion. So as we discussed, the raw material selection is very important. AK properties, likewise. The properties also I will guide you to study, right? Recognize development of extruded foods by utilizing food industry byproducts, right? Byproducts use karane. එකන්නේ අපි දැන් කෙලින්ම මේක අමුද්‍රව්‍යම් පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැතුව ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකේ ඉතුරු වෙන දේවල් කොහොමද යූස් කරන්න කියන එක අපි කතා කරමු. ඔයගොල්ලන්ටත් පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Select extrusion snacks, cereals and confectioneries, right? කොහොමද කඩේකට අපි ගියාම shop එකකට ගියාම ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකට ගියාම extruded දේවල් තෝරගන්න. Determine extrusion processing of main commercial legume pulses, right? We have legume and pulses in Sri Lanka. So how to perform these things. Determine thermal and non-thermal extrusion of protein products. We will discuss these things within this lecture series. So you all have to engage these lecture series actively. Actively because basically I am not going to ask theory questions in your exams also. What is extrusion? How to what are the advantages? List out 10 ingredients. I am not going to ask such questions. So therefore, I will ask some technical questions and practical issues. So you all have to engage this lecture series actively, right? Lecture series actively so we can discuss some. So we can discuss these things and then come up with good solutions, right? And you will have two types of assessments: continuous assessments, assignments, right? Don't worry, these assignments are very brief ones, so I'm not going to ask to write you very big proposals, just only one-page assignments, right? And end semester examination 60%. So if you are okay, then I will give you an open book exam, right? We can discuss these things at the end of the lecture series. So if you are okay, we can arrange an open book exam or a closed book exam, and anyway that there is a the 40% allocation for assignments. So it is very important to do assignments. I will check plagiarism. Plagiarism check කරන නිසා copy කරන්න එපා. අපි ඉදිරියට ටික කරගෙන යමු. Right. And there are some lab works. So and references. If you are interested, you can read these books available in libraries, and some books are online available. So you can download these books and read. Right. These are very good references, textbooks for extrusion technology, and you can see a research paper. Now there are so many research papers are available, so you can download these things and read, right? But ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ මොනවා හරි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකෙන් download කරනවා නම් තියෙන හැම එකම download කරන්න එපා. එතන මොකද බොරු දේවලුත් තියෙන නිසා අපි හරි එකක් තෝරගන්න ඕනේ. Okay, මොනවා හරි මේ වෙනකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ ස්පීඩ් එක වැඩිද language use කරන විදිය වෙනස් කරන්න ඕන නම් ටක් ගාලා කියන්න. So now I am moving to the lecture. So if you have any questions, please update me. Right. Then we will be discussing these things in this lecture series, Introduction to Extrusion Technology. So basically introduction should be there before starting, and important parts of the extruder and its nomenclature. Nomenclature කියන්නේ නාමකරණය. එතකොට අපි යනවා අපි extrusion ගැන පොඩි brief introduction එකක් කරලා ඒකේ තියෙන parts එකක් ගැන කතා කරනවා, ඒව නම් කරන විදිය කතා කරනවා. And we will be discussing single screw extruders and also double screw extruders. There are several types of extruders are available, but when it comes to the food industry, basically we use single and double screw extruders. So therefore we will be discussing these things in detail, and other extruders also are available, but we can discuss these things briefly, right? And die forming, pressure development, food extruder selection, raw material identification, nutritional changes, how to develop extruded food products, and quality control. These things we will discuss during this lecture series. If you are interested, if you would like to, if you can suggest me some extra topics, then I would like to discuss these things at the end of the day. ඔගොල්ලන්ට මීට අමතරව මොනවා හරි extrusion ගැන දැනගන්න ඕන නම් ඒකට suggest කරන්න. According to your syllabus, I have put these things. Syllabus එකේ තියෙන නිසා තමයි මේ ටිකම discuss කරේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තව මොනවා හරි වැඩිපුර ඕන නම්. As an example, you may ask, let's discuss about soya-based extruded. How to use extrusion technology for soya. So we can discuss, right? Okay. Then this is the first slide of this lecture. What is extrusion technology? So you know there are 5 why method. What, why, where, when. Like we are going to ask questions to solve problems. There are several problem solving techniques are available. Out of these techniques, 5 why technologies we are using frequently. So 5 why technology means there are 5 whys. Why, when, where, who, like we are going to ask. So introduction, extrusion technology. You know what is extrusion? You know technology, right? Some people, they are familiar with extrusion, so others will not be familiarized. ඔගොල්ලෝ සමහර දෙනෙක් දන්නවා ඇති extrusion කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා, සමහරව දන්නේ නැති. But anyway, you all know what is technology, right? Right? What is technology? Technology means, what is technology? You also belong to UNIVOTECK. Technology is there. So what is the ultimate objective of technology? Why are we using technology? So we have some techniques, we have methods, we have some practices, right? As an example, like polgano, hiramane polgano. One example is there, right? But what are the advantages and disadvantages of this technique? Api hiramane polgano, it will take much time and little difficult, neither. And it is difficult to wash. You have this experience, yeah? ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම පොල් ගාලා තියෙන එකකින් experience එක තියෙනවා. And It is a batch-wise process. The pole bag and right? But nowadays we have automated coconut scrapers. Automate coconut scrapers, pole machine. Right? What is the purpose? They have identified the disadvantages and advantages of the existing technology or method and develop these techniques by avoiding the disadvantages and smoothing the advantages. There are some advantages they have developed these advantages also, right? So technology purpose you can download several definitions from the internet, but technology right? Right? Barbecue grill. So the thing is similar, but technology is totally different, right? With these different technologies, different practices are being used, and as a result of that, different things are happening. Nutritional changes are different, neither color and time also different. But those days they need to prepare a structure to grill meat. But nowadays we have a grill, we have oven and barbecue machine, so we just burn it and eat, right? Several technologies are being used, but nowadays we have a problem with gas, LP gas. Then what we have to do is we have to find out new technologies, right? But these days you can see some but before that gas pressure but with some problems, some advantages, with some issues, the technology has been developed, right? But nowadays still we don't have enough gas supply, so therefore people are practicing, they are using different technologies to cook their food, right? So likewise, extrusion technology means a new word is there, extrusion. So we will discuss its importance. What is the importance of extrusion, right? So in these pictures, so now you can remember all these foods are very familiar. You all have consumed these foods. The cost is very low, right? Readily available. Anyway, at any shop you can buy these things. All around Sri Lanka, and price is around very cheap. We all can buy. And the taste, how about the taste of extruded food products? Extruded food products are lakshana ටිකක් කියන්නකෝ මට. DH Sandakalu. PT19 B121. So give me some examples. මට කියන්න මොනවාරි ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් extruded food products කියන්නේ දන්නවනේ. ඒකේ තියෙන characteristics. ලක්ෂණයක් මට කියන්න. DH Sandakalu, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
කෑම එක දැන් කොහොමද ඒක දැනෙන්නේ? Hello.
Sir.
දැනගන්න ඕන දැන් ටිපි ටිප් කියන්නේ extruded food එකක්නේ. විශේෂත්වය මොකද්ද? ඔයා දකින්න විශේෂත්වයක් කියන්න බෑ. ඇයි ඔයා ටිපි ටිපි ගන්න කිව්වේ?
ඒකේ රස
බිස්කට් එක කොයි ටිපි ටිපි එක ගත්තොත් මොකක්ද වෙනස?
බිස්කට් එක හાર્ඩ් වගේ මේ දැනෙනවා. ටිපි ටිප් එක soft. Mouth feel
Different mouth feels are different mouth feel නේද? And it's little bit soft.
Oh, sir.
Easily dissolve inside the mouth. Right. Thank you. Then is Faris. Are you there, Faris?
Yes, sir.
How do you think on that?
According to the texture and color.
Right. And don't you have idea about the price? Okay, thank you. Then Konar is there. B136 Konar. Okay, so Konar is there. Has disappeared. Gunawardana, Mr. Gunawardana, FPT 1931.
Sir.
Right. එතකොට දැන් අපි extruded food products කියන එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා තියෙනවනේ. soya meat ඒව දැකලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ ඔයා දකින්න මාකට් එකේ තියෙන අනිත් ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එක්ක මොනවද තියෙන විශේෂත්ව?
Flavor එක
soya meat එකේ පපඩනුයි ගත්තොත් කොහොමද වෙනස් වෙන්නේ? අන්න එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා දහසක්.
flavor එක sir.
ඇයි අපි soya meat ගන්න එක? රස ඉන්න
Sir.
Right. Okay, thank you. So we have two types of extruded products in the market. RTE, you know, RTE means ready to eat, and RTC means ready to cook. Means RTE, ready to eat food products, we can directly consume. As an example, TPT. අපිට දැන් TPT එකක් මේ වගේ bite snack එකක් කෙලින්ම කන්න පුළුවන්. Ready to eat. But when it comes to Lanka soy like products, cornflakes like products, we have to cook it before eating, right? Ready to cook. So we can categorize extruded food products into different categories, different areas based on the extruder type, based on its properties, we can categorize. But basically in this stage, we can categorize extruded food products available in the market into two categories such as RTE and RTC. Extruded food products අපි දැන් මෙතනදී මේ අවස්ථාවේදී category දෙකකට බෙදනවා. උයලා ආහාරයට ගන්න ඒවා සහ කෙලින්ම ආහාර ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒවා. Here you can see some examples for extruded food products. Pasta, noodles, some noodles, not all, spaghetti, like different types of pasta, and some snacks. You can see all these are extruded food products. And composite flour mixture. දැන් මෙතන තියෙන්නේ මේ ගුලි හදපු එක නෙවෙයි, මේක හදන්න ගන්න mixture නේ අපි උදාහරණයක් ගත්තා. සමපෝෂ වගේ අන්න වගේ mixture එකක්. අපි ඒවට කියන composite flour mixtures කියලා. ඒව හදන්නත් අපි extruders පාවිච්චි කරනවා. Right? Right? එතකොට මේක ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම දන්නවා. So you all know, you all are familiarized with string hopper makers available in your home. Different types of string hopper makers are there, but this is very basic one of the oldest machines to develop string hoppers. So ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අදහසක් තියනවද මේකේ mechanism එක ගැන? How to prepare these string hoppers? First of all, we take flour maybe rice flour, burn rice flour, then add some water and then prepare the dough. Then we put this dough into this cylinder. This one, there are two gadgets. The first one, we put some dough and press the dough by using these handles. අපි මේකට පිටි ටිකක් දාලා මේ handles දෙකෙන් තද කරනකොට යටින් ඉදියාප් වෙනවා. And here you can see the dough die. මේකට die එක කියලා නේද? මේක නිසා තමයි මේ shape එක එන්නේ. Right? You all know this technique, but this is not an extruder. So please remember the mechanism. Right? We have used dough and press it and get the product. Right? Please remember the mechanism, but this is not an extruder. And here you can see different types of string hopper makers available in the market. And the very important, there are two parts, and this is very important. This bottom part, die part, with different shapes. Right? You can see different shapes. Here also different shapes. This one, right? Different shapes are there, and the technology is different here. Press screw here. Different mechanism, but they have developed this machine further, and we can use the same machine to develop different types of food products. එතකොට අපි ඉන්දියාව හදන එකෙන් අපිට කැම ಜಾති ගොඩක් හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන මේක ඩෙවලොප් කරලා තියෙනවා. right? මේක එක්ස්ට්‍රූඩ් එකක් නෙවෙයි මම මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නුවේ එක්ස්ට්‍රූඩ් එකෙත් වෙන්නේ මේ වගේ දෙයක්. right? And here you can see some developed machines and coil murukku machines. Right? By using this machine we can develop different types of food products. Right? I hope that these things are clear to you. And now you can see extruders. But these are domestic extruders, small scale one. Right? Nowadays you can buy these extruders from the market. These extruders are available. So when we put some dough mixture to here, we have to put some flour with water and switch, and there are some settings. So after configuring the settings, then we can start. First of all, you can add different colors, you can add different nutrients, different ingredients, and you can cut into different sizes. Right? Likewise, you can use this domestic extruders, right? But we are not going to discuss about these domestic extruders. At the end of the day, I believe that you all can develop an extruder. If you can even design extruder, then I am satisfied. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ උගන්නලා මේ lecture series අපි lectures 10ක් විතර කරලා අවසානයේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් නම් මේ extruder එකක් හදා ගන්න අඩු ගන්න extruder එකක් ඇඳ ගන්නවත් extruded food product design කරන්න, then I think I am over. Then I believe that you also pass the exam. ඔයගොල්ලෝ උත්තර ලියලා පාස් වෙනට වඩා ඒක තමයි ප්‍රියුක්ති, right? Then I know that different people are here from different backgrounds. So some people may represent extruded food industry, so they have this experience. So if you have some more experience, please share with us. Right? Right. Now we are going to start the definition. Food extrusion is a type of unit operation. So you know unit operations are there: heating, melting, pressurizing, degassing. There are so many unit operations. Drying. Right? So food extrusion is also a type of a unit operation. Right? And here, the very important thing is food extrusion is a process in which a food material is forced to flow. Food material is forced to flow, right? Food material kapi pressure karanawa yanda. Under one or more varieties of conditions of mixing, heating, shearing through a die, which is designed to form or puff dry the ingredient, right? ඒතර ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ නෑ. මේක කියන්නේ food extrusion කියන්නේ ඒක unit operation එකක්. And here we forced the material. ඉන්දියාප්ම එක මතක කරගන්න අපි අර dough එක press කරනවා. We forced the material to flow, right? Material අපි flow කරනවා by using a pressure under one or more varieties of conditions of mixing, heating and shear. එතකොට මේක ඇතුළේදී ආයිත් වැඩ කීපයක් වෙනවා, mix වෙනවා, heat වෙනවා, shear force එක තියෙනවා, melt වෙන ඒවා තියෙනවා. Different unit operations තියෙනවා. එතකොට extrusion කියන්නේ unit operation එකක්. But when you are performing extrusion, then there are several unit operations are functioning. Extrusion එක ඇතුළේ තා unit operation තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ mixing, heating, shear. And through a die. It is important. Die is there. Right? Die කියන්නේ අර shape කරන part එක, which is designed to form and puff the dry ingredient. Puff dry the ingredient. It means, as an example, just imagine a TPT. It is a puffed one. So you all told me that it is texture is good. TPTP is easily dissolved inside the mouth cavity, right? It means texture. So what is the specialty of that texture? It is a puffed one. It's a pimbicha food product, right? Puffed එකක්. එතකොට එයා trap වෙලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේක අර හරි ලේසියෙන් කටේ දිය වෙලා යනවා. බිස්කට් එකක් කනවා වගේ නෙවෙයි, right? And the texture also change, right? Clear? Is it clear? So what is food extrusion? There are very important terms. Material forced to flow. So different unit operations are functioning inside. And die is there. And you can, at the end of the process, you can get a dry product. But the string hoppers, it is a wet one. So it is not actually extrusion, but extruded product dry product තමයි බොහෝ විට retain. අපි මේ පැත්තේ wet mixture එකක් දානවා වතුරයි fly. අනිත් පැත්තෙන් dry product එකක් තමයි එන්නේ. හරි puff වෙච්ච product එකක්. Right? Extruders can be used to cook, texturize, form, mix to develop different shape of food products. So it is a highly productive technology. We can use the same machine to develop different types of food products with different flavors and different shapes, right? So this is a highly productive technique, right? So I request you to go to the market and select the extruded food products and read their labels and read what are the ingredients there, and price and brand also important, right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ food processing තෝරගත්තේ ඇයි කියලා අහුවොත් දැන් ගොඩක් අයට ප්‍රොමෝෂන් ඕන හින්දා මෙතන ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකේ ඉන්නවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රොමෝෂන් එකක් ඕන හින්දා තෝරගෙන ඇති. සමහර අය ගෙදරින් කියන නිසා තෝරගෙන ඇති. But this is actually a very good industry, right? Because we can't alive. We all can't alive without having food. But nowadays, food industry is very rapidly growing, and issues also they are related to food. So food technology and food processing means not cooking, right? It is technology is there. So you can do different research and develop different products. So it is very important. So here the UNIVOTECH is one of the best places you to do your diplomas and degrees. So in this time period, please enhance your knowledge, but some industry people are there, so you have very good knowledge, expertise in your field, and you can improve your knowledge with these modern technologies, and you can share your experience with us all, right? So that should happen in Sri Lanka. So we are moving towards export-based economy nowadays. So what is our role there? So we have to improve exports, strengthen the export market to develop this country, right? So we all have a responsibility. So අපි ඔක්කොටම පුළුවන් අලුත් products හදන්න. So extrusion කියන්නේ very important. You all can do. You all can start your own business by using extrusion technology, right? So I will guide you to select extruders, everything, so you can start your own business. So මෙතනදී තව දෙයක් මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට explain කරන්නම්. Here you can see an extruder, right? Extruder is there, and mixing. This is actually, we call it as preconditioning. Preconditioning කියලා අපි කියනවා before extrusion. And dye is there. This is two items are belongs to extruder. Then after the dye also we can do some value addition, right? So you can see soya beans, soya seed. Then we grind it and crush it and put it into this hopper. Then we can mix it with water. We call it as preconditioning. Then send to the extruder. Then the extrusion process will be there, will be happening. Then from this end, at this die, you can get this product, right? Here, soya seeds and grains. At this end, you can get soya meat, right? Value addition is there by using extrusion technology. ඒතර extruder එකක් විතරක් පාවිච්චි කළා ඔයගොන්ට value addition කරන්න බෑ. There are some other techniques. So that's why I asked you to engage with these lectures actively, right? Here you can see a modern food extruder. You can see the control panel is there, hopper is there, and there are several motors. Here we call this item, this part is as the extruder barrel, right? And other parts are there, gear motors, everything is there. Control panel is also there. We can control the process by using this panel, right? And in this end, you can see this is the die, and there is another motor. We call it as a cutter, right? Here you can see the cutter. We can use, we have to use this cutter to cut products, right? As we discussed earlier, spaghetti, pasta, products. Then the shape and the length is important. Here we can cut, we can get the proper shape by altering the speed of this cutter. මේ cutter ගේ speed එක වෙනස් කරලා අපිට ඕන size එකකින් ගන්න පුළුවන්. So cutter is important. In some extruders you can see cutter, some extruders you can't see. So let's see this video. I hope that you all have a brief knowledge on extrusion, and now I'm going to share a video with you. Then you can study the process of extruder. ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන hopper එකෙන් ingredients වැටෙනවා. And then what happened with the temperature and pressure, these raw materials mix together, and color, you can see different colors. And the next one, in this extruder there are two hoppers. Then you can add different raw materials. Here you can see two raw materials. As an example, let's think that wheat flour and water. Here the different raw material, imagine it is as a chocolate powder, right? Just as an example. And in this ends, it has designed to mix flavors and colors, right? Now you can see what is happening. There is a screw inside. It is rotating. Then the flow is there from this end to this side. No back flow is there. So පිටිපස්සට move වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඉස්සරහට විතරයි යන්නේ. You can see the drag flow is there, and we will discuss the flow. උතර මෙතන raw materials වර්ග දෙකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. මේ වැඩින් flavors දාන්න පුළුවන්. මේක මැද heaters තියෙනවා. රත් වෙලා මේ different mix වෙලා අන්තිමට එන product එක මේ ඔක්කොටම වඩා වෙනස්. Right? That is the mechanism of extruder. You can see at the rest part. Right. This video, it is clearly explained about food extrusion, right? How it's functioning and everything. So, do you have any questions?
Sir,
Oh.
කතා කරන sound එක පොඩ්ඩක් අඩු වෙලා ඇහෙන්නේ sir දැන්.
Sound එක අඩු වෙලා. දැන් හරිද?
තාම නෑ වගේ.
දැන් ඇහෙනවද?
ඒත් අඩුයි වගේ sir මං හිතන්නේ අනිත් අයටත් එහෙම ඇති නේද?
දැන් හරි නේද?
දැන් හරි sir.
Okay. Then in this okay, here you can see how food extruders are working. And as I show you earlier, here you can see major ingredients, right? There are two hoppers. කොහොමද ඇහෙනවද?
Echo එක
right එතකොට මේ extruder එකේ වැඩ කරන විදිය ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දැන් බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ කොහොමද වැඩ කරන්න කියලා. දැන් මේකේ there are two hoppers as we watched in this video, in the previous video. Major ingredients and byproducts, maybe minor ingredients. Then blend with specific functional properties. It means we are going to blend it with water or oil or any other material. Then extrusion processing is there. Then there are processing parameters and system parameters, right? System parameters are there, processing parameters are there. Processing, we will discuss these things. And at the end of the process, we can get output, direct expanded products. And third generation product, pasta, texture, TVP like products we can get. And there are different parameters in this extrusion processing. It means we can control these parameters, and there are some controllable parameters and uncontrollable parameters, and processing parameters and system parameters and product parameters, right? So as an example, product parameters, the length and its temperature, its color, and processing parameters, temperature, right? Time. So these are the examples. We will be discuss these things in the other lectures. So what I just wanted to explain the little bit about the process. And what are the advantages of extrusion and modern food extruders? So you all have an image about extruders and you watch the video. Why this technology is important? What are the advantages? First one is adaptability. Adaptability කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? අපිට එකම extruder එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් different products හදන්න. By altering the die, we can use the same extruder to develop different types of food products by altering the die and some processing conditions. And product characteristics are very important, right? In modern food extruders, we can control product characteristics sharply. Energy efficient, right? As an example, in food drying and dehydration and canning. So for these processes, the energy, we have to use much energy and cost is high. But here, the energy is comparatively low and cost is comparatively low. New products can also be developed by using different types of raw materials. We can do new food products. Right? High productivity and automated controlling facility. High productivity means, it also means that we can use the same extruder to develop different products. And it is a batch, it is a continuous reactor. It means එක දිගටම food හැදෙනවා. Batch wise නෙවෙයි යන්නේ. And automated controlling facilities there. I hope that you can remember. High quality outputs, no effluent or very low amount of effluent means waste. Process scale up, as we discussed, we can use the same reactor to provide wide varieties. Continuous reactor, contamination is very low and raw material waste is also very low. It means ultimately cost, quality, all these things are okay, right? Yes, there is an issue in the volume. But, when I switch on the other device, it is difficult to talk. So, right.
Oh, it's working.
Okay. Now I think it's clear.
ඔව් සර් දැන් හරි.
Okay. We have discussed the advantages of modern food extruders. So you all can discuss, you all can identify some other advantages. These are general things. එතකොට මේවා තමයි අපි මම කියපු ඒවා. ඒතර ඔයගොල්ලන්ටත් මේවා හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. So this is the final slide, last one, right? So I have a question: how to use extrusion technology in Sri Lanka? Right, as we discussed earlier, now you know the situation of the country. So we don't have dollars, we don't have enough exports, but we are importing things from other countries. And food also we are importing. Most of the extruded food products we are importing. අපි පිටරට වලින් ගේනවා extruded food products. උතර ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දැන් idea එක ඇති මේක lazy දෙයක් and වාසි දෙයක් මිල අඩුයි. So how to use this technology? So we have so many technologies. You also have different lectures. You are learning different lectures about several topics. But how to apply these things in the ground level, in the actual situation? අපි මොනද ඉගෙන ගත්තත් වැඩක් නැහැ. It is useless if we can't apply it practically, right? But I wanted you all to grab these technologies and the things I explained, and then use your knowledge to develop new products and try to export these things. So how to use extrusion technology in Sri Lanka? But now still we are being used some. You can see that still we have TPT like very old products, but the extruded food product industry is growing, but it is not enough. When you go to the market, you can see how many food products are available. Extruded food products are available. Soya meat is there, TPT is there, snacks are there, but still we don't have any healthy snack, extruded one, right? Still we don't have any natural extruded food products. Maybe using rice flour, maybe using ginger, turmeric, like we can use these things, healthy things, but still we don't have these things in the market. So you can pay your attention on those things. And fortunately, we have different raw materials in Sri Lanka, right? When we travel from here to here, so the raw material, soil, climate, everything is changed. It's marvelous. So here you can see fish, curd, rice, and kurakang like this. But in northern province, you can see palmai rice there. Kitul is not there. But here you can see kitul. Curd, it is not there. But here curd. And in the southern province and the Batiklo like district, so you have different products with very high, very good quality. But still we are importing. So that is the sad story in Sri Lanka. So we are working with some ministries to develop some food products, even karavala and dried fish, you know. Still we are importing dried fish and salmon. So we have ocean around the island, and we have technologies, we have all these things, but still we are importing. So nowadays we are doing a research, doing a project to avoid these things, right? So you all can use your technologies with a view to develop this country. So that should happen, especially nowadays, you know, the UNIVOTECH has developed, it has been developed up to a very good quality. So government is spending much money, very big amount of money annually. So you all have responsibility to use your knowledge effectively to develop this country, right? So let's summarize the things which we have discussed today, and the next day we will move to the advanced parts, and you will have some calculations. Wait for a while. Right. Okay. Today we have discussed the learning outcomes and everything we have discussed. And thereafter, the introduction. We have discussed what is extrusion technology and why is it important. These things we have discussed, and the products available in the market. You also comment on these products, and you told me, and you have given some answers for my questions regarding your perception on buying extruded food products. Right? Different types of food products are available in the market, and traditional methods. These are not extruders, but I just explain you to get an idea, right? Then the domestic scale food extruders, and we have discussed the definition also, right? According to the definition, in food extruders, there is a material flow and one or more unit operations are functioning inside the extruders, and there is a die, and at the end of the process, we can get a puffed or dried food product, right? It is highly productive technology. So this is an example. So you can remember, it is very important to remember how to convert these raw materials to the product, to a product. So we will discuss one by one later, the steps, everything, and the modern food extruder, and we watch video also. And this diagram is about extruded food product development. We are using different ingredients together and processing and outputs and parameters. There are processing parameters, system parameters, product parameters, and some raw material quality parameters. These are the advantages. So the major advantage is we can use the same extruder to develop different types of food products. It is a safe, economical, and highly productive technology, right? So please remember this slide, right? Please remember this slide. So please do something for the country by using your knowledge, right? I just wanted to explain these things, share this knowledge, the things with you today. So next week, we will discuss some mechanical parts and engineering parts with you. We will discuss some calculations also, how to calculate, the speed and everything. We can do some calculations. So hope you are happy with this lecture series. If you have any doubts in the language and the speed, everything, and the time also, so I believe that the 2 hours are not effective online. So I hope it is too difficult to listen for 2 hours. So then let's try to do at least 1.5 hours. Any question or suggestions, requests?
ස්ලයිඩ් ටික ගන්න කොහොමද සර්?
ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ බැච් ප්ලා හරි කවුරු ඉන්නවද? මම මේවට
ඔව් සර් මම ඉන්නවා.
හරි, මට මේ ඔයාගේ ඊමේල් එක එවනවා, මම ඒක ෂෙයා කරන්න.
හරි සර්.
හරි. හැබැයි මම ස්ලයිඩ් ෂෙයා කරනකොට මේ සමහර ඒවා අඩු කරලා එවන්නේ. නැත්තම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ හැමදාම සමහරව එන්න නැති වෙනවනේ ෆොටෝකොපි ගහගෙන. ඒක නිසා මේ දැන් සාමාන්‍ය මේ වගේ ලේබල්ස් එක මම එවන්නේ නෑ, මොකද මේවා ප්‍රයිවට් කම්පැනිස් වල එවනේ. ඒක මම අඩු කරලා එවන්නම්. මම ඔයාලට ෂෙයා කරන්න, ඔයා අනිත් පැත්තට ෂෙයා කරගන්න.
හරි සර්, thank you සර්.
හරි. මොනවා හරි ගැටලු තියෙනවද, ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් මට ඊමේල් කරන්න, මගේ ඊමේල් ඇඩ්‍රස් එක මේකේ තියෙනවා. So thank you very much for joining and listening. So please go through these slides before coming to the next day, and we will move to the other interesting parts. So please share and please text me if you have any questions. Right. So thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.